Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Clan Sakai Major League video for 2026. I am your host, Aries, today, joined by the Capybara, and welcome back to another banger lower division match. Now, we're going to be watching a pretty good match between Team 7, who originally beat Wieners, and Super Saiyan Jams, who beat Royale Gaming. So, with that being said, Team 7 versus Super Saiyan Jam is to claim top 3 in our Major 1 lower division tournament here, and you know it's going to be a banger match today. You got two teams who are fighting to face off against the losers of Do or Do Academy, and it is going to be a fun match overall. But anyways, let's not waste too much time on what's gonna go on. Team 7, you know, they're the seed number 2 coming into this tournament, and they made it pretty far, and they're looking to get another win against Super Saiyan Jams. Now Super Saiyan Jams are the underdogs for this match, and they are believed the number 3 seed coming into this tournament. And you know, oh no, not the level 3 seed. If you take a look at their leaderboards, they are actually the number 5th seed going against the number 2 seed. Now Royal Gaming were the number 3 seed, who unfortunately forfeit against Super Saiyan Jams, if you remember in that video. But yeah, it's going to be a fight for a survival in this match here between Team 7 and Super Saiyan Jams. As you take a look at the bracket, the winner of this match will either play the losers of Do and Do Academy, like I mentioned before. So hopefully whoever wins this match will have the most motivation to possibly beat one of the Does. But we're going to have to see who wants it more in this match between Team 7 and Super Saiyan Jams. Now it's going to be a really ping dependent match here, because I think both of these teams were playing on Matcherino. I'm not sure if they remember, so if they are, they're probably playing on the Dallas, Texas servers, from what I guess. But yeah, that's what I got so far on the match. But yeah, as we take a look at our predictions here, I went with Team 7 winning this match, and Azumi also went with Team 7 since they're the OGs, and 44 and Dizzy went with Super Saiyan Jams. And also for the finals, we're all going with Do, because I think we're the better team against Do Academy. I mean, it is the main team versus the second team, but yeah, we're gonna keep our predictions locked for those matches between Team 7 and Super Saiyan Jams. You know, the only SSJ team to stay alive after the poor Space Station Jamming got eliminated early, but Super Saiyan Jams looking to continue that legacy for this next match overall. But yeah, let's see who's going to be winning this match between Team 7 and Super Saiyan Jams, teams that are looking to go to the furthest and win a major one. Team 7 looking hot against that Wieners match, and as you take a look at the players, it's going to be Koi Koi this time instead of New Boss. Breadstick, Goofy Goober going against the same roster of Sidekick, Tomo, and Bob. So those are going to be the players that are going to be playing for this match today. New Boss is going to be sitting out for Team 7, and Koi Koi is going to be put back in this map and match here. And as we take a look at our maps here, we got Center Stage, Layer Cakes, Undermine, and Open Business, and Gold Arm Glutch for this match. And as you take a look at our predictions here, 90% over 10% of Team 7 actually winning that match, which is absolutely insane. But let's not waste too much time on what's going to be happening to this match. We now get ready with our set 1 of Brawl Ball Center Stage. Alright, as we now get started with this banger match between Team 7 and Super Saiyan Jams. Two teams looking to fight for a glory win. As you take a look at the draft, it's going to be a... Oh, and now I can't even really take a look at the draft, man, because already Super Saiyan Jams are already getting aggressive, and they're probably going to get this goal as soon as possible. And there you go. Tomo walks it on in and will be taking the first goal. Now, as we look at the draft, it's going to be a Lily, a Primo, and a Colt going against a Mortis, Rico, and a Stu. You know, I think Super Saiyan Jams do have comp here, because they could just really walk around and not really get killed too much about this roster, unless it's a skill diff. But as you can already see, Tomo is already looking to walk this one in. Tries to go for a trick shot, but doesn't really get anything out of it. Goofy Goober is going to pass the ball back to the enemies, and that's going to be bad. It's going to give Tomo a free goal, and Super Saiyan Jams will be taking the first round. Not looking so good overall from Team 7. A misplay in that match But now they have to focus on, holding down the defense between Super Saiyan Gems. They really want to get aggressive on this match overall. But right now, here comes Breadstick, looking for a sneak up. Doesn't really get too much out of it. Goofy Goober gets a beautiful sneak up, but now this could be a goal opportunity. I think he could still walk this one in. Sidekick just trying to hold down the lane, and a perfect gadget from Goofy Goober to keep the Rico away from Sidekick. Now the game's going to be played a little bit slow. Breadstick goes for a super play, tries to get something out of it. It doesn't really get too much, and Goofy Goober gets a beautiful super, but might get shut down. And a beautiful trade from Sidekick, but now Tomo should be able to get this goal freely, and that's going to be a goal from Tomo as Super Saiyan Gems tie this one up. Looking extremely dangerous right now for Team 7, the number 2 seed. Really need to get some good defense in this match. Tomo gets hit by the Primo gadget. Now Breadstick has a hypercharge to work with. Bob has to play careful. Breadstick gets aggressive, and it's going to be a 1v1 match between them, but doesn't really get too much out of it. Goofy Goober might be able to walk this one in, and that's going to be a goal from Team 7 as they will be taking the first round. Beautiful game. The second round. A beautiful game coming in from Team 7. And Super Saiyan Gems gonna have to watch out after this match. Breadstick is gonna go invisible and sneak up onto the realm, onto Tomo, but doesn't really get too much out of it. Koi just trying to get some value and get some aggression. And here comes Goofy Goober, looking to close out a match. Let's get a beautiful super, but is not able to take down Sidekick. And Sidekick does have a super to work with. It tries to get Koi and does take him out. Now Breadstick looking to find some value. And has to play extremely careful because, the Mortis is definitely going to shut this guy down. And a beautiful super from Sidekick. And Goofy Goober looking to get some defense. Going to pass the ball on a missed gadget. Hold on, Tomo might actually walk that one in. And oh, what a missed gadget. And a blunder from Goofy Goober. And that's already going to give the goal for Super Saiyan Gems. Not going to look so good coming in from Goofy Goober, but he has a hypercharge, so he's going to try to go for a play. Does get the ball passed out. Could pass it to Tomo, and does get a beautiful defense. It gets a huge kill, but can he take the Rico down with him? Tries to go for a kill, and a beautiful double kill from Goofy Goober, but he has to take down Tomo. Has to stay alive, and Tomo does get a beautiful super. Koi has goal opportunity, but not really a goal opportunity. He has a perfect defense and has the hypercharge. But now the game's played slow. Bob looking to get something here, and now it's going to be played a little bit of a slow game. Tries to go for the super play, but now Tomo is by himself and does get the ball out really fast, and now has a hypercharge to work with. Is going to go around and take down Koi, and now it's only up to Goofy Goober to have the defense. Super goes in, tries to go for the play, doesn't get too much out of it. Breadstick misses the super, unfortunately, and this is not looking good right now for Team 7. They need to get a little aggressive in this match overall, but it is looking dangerous. Goofy Goober tries to go for a play. Now has to play this game a bit slowly, and a beautiful super coming in from Goofy Goober, but doesn't really get too much out of it. And now Koi has to be forced to play defense. It needs to get a perfect super. Pass goes in from Tomo, doesn't really get too much out of it. Goofy Goober just trying to find the openings, and a beautiful shot from Tomo. This actually might secure the goal. And oh, a blunder. And Bob is able to catch the ball, and that's going to be a goal coming in from Super Saiyan Gems as they will be taking the third round and also set 1. A blunder coming in from Team 7 in this first round. Super Saiyan Gems looking to play very good in this match, and Tomo is going to be the MVP for that round. An unfortunate game coming in from Breadstick overall, but yeah, looking pretty good right now coming in from Super Saiyan Gems. They're going to have a lot of motivation going into that match, but Team 7, they're not a team you want to sleep on. And they could close things up overall. But as we now get ready with our next match of Layer Cake Bounty. Alright, as we now get started with set 2, looking at the draft, is going to be a Shade, Gray, and a Trunk going against a Cord. What is that? Oh, a Chuck and a Gus. So I think Super Saiyan Gems have a little bit of comp, but the train, it could probably do a lot overall. But the Cord is definitely going to be a problem for the Trunk. But the Shade could do a lot if he gets some pretty good value. Now, I mean, look at that. Look at this right here. Look at that. Shade not getting shut down, and a perfect team wipe from Goofy Goober. And here comes Sidekick. Goes in with the train. Tries to get value. Doesn't really get too much out of it. And a nice kill follow up by Tomo onto Koi Koi. Now the game is going to be played a little bit slow. Breadstick goes for a super play. Tries to get something out of it. Does get shut down, unfortunately. But the stars are starting to get close. It's from 13 to 20%. I mean, 13 to 12 stars. You have to play slowly. Goofy Goober getting a little bit aggressive. Koi Koi just trying to find any value on anything. Sidekick does place down another post. Now has to play very, very carefully. Tomo is looking to close this one out here. Breadstick just trying to get aggressive. It's going to get shut down. It's not looking good. Uh-oh. Sidekick just needs to stay alive because Goofy Goober is getting aggressive. Goes for a super. Goofy Goober has another super to work with. Game is playing slow. No one can die. Favor of oh shit! Whoa! What the hell happened? Oh damn! I guess Super Saiyan Jams take the first round. Like, oh man, I didn't get to see all of that on the top. I was looking at the bottom, but yeah, Super Saiyan Jams takes the first game overall. And now it's starting to get a little dangerous. Coming in from Team 7, Breadstick. Over aggressed it by just by a little bit, and now he comes to round, and now the aggression comes in from Tomo. Now I'm pretty sure if Tomo has the comms, he knows that the gray is next to the next to Breadstick, and now has to play this a bit slow. And here comes the post coming in from Sidekick, looking to actually close out something. Goes for an aggressive play, and Goofy Goober gets hit by the realm, and Tomo is actually playing this pretty well. And now he's actually playing this a bit slow, doesn't want to feed too much overall. But now Goofy Goober tries to get aggressive, and now he needs to find a connection. Here comes Breadstick, goes for an aggro play, but is not able to catch the Gus. And Goofy Goober just needs to stay alive, because if he dies fast, it's going to be bad. And Psyche gets a beautiful super off to Koi Koi, and is able to run away with it. Breadstick just trying to stay alive, and another beautiful super from Sidekick. I don't know how he's getting away with this, because the train shouldn't be meta in this situation. Goofy Goober does pick up a kill, but Bob is able to follow up. And now it's a 6 to a 14-star lead. And it is not looking so good right now. And Goofy Goober has to hypercharge. He can make something happen. Just goes for a kill and does take a double kill with him. Now stars are going to be favored. Now Sidekick has to play careful. He's going to use the super to run away. And Koi Koi has the hypercharge. Goofy Goober knows that there's a cord in there. Needs to play extremely careful. Doesn't want to feed Tomo here. Now Sidekick just trying to stay alive. Needs to find the post opportunities, and Sidekick just looking for a tag. Tomo just trying to play very carefully, and Bob trying to assist Tomo against the Shade. And Goofy Goober needs to get a kill immediately. Breadstick tries to go for a play. Sidekick just trying to stay alive. And Goofy Goober gets a nice double kill. It's now a 16-star lead to 14. And Sidekick is not even there to get any damage. And that's going to be a game coming in from Team 7 as they will be taking the first round. I mean, the second round. But yeah, as we now get on for game number 3. Team 7 have a chance to tie up the set, but Super Saiyan Jams are actually playing this really well, so let's see what they could do. A nice hook coming in from Koi Koi. Bob is going to try to take down Goofy Goober, and a beautiful defense from Breadstick to keep Goofy Goober alive. And now they have to be careful because Bob has the Cookie Popper. Could really do a lot on that Gus. Sidekick just getting the post set up, wants to find some angles, and a beautiful super coming in from Sidekick, and a beautiful kill onto Goofy Goober by Tomo, and now the games are starting to be a little slow. Now Koi Koi knows the situation. They got a train that has a lot of setup, and if they get that train into a spot, it's going to be dangerous. Sidekick just trying to stay alive, goes for a beautiful super onto Breadstick, and Koi Koi just trying to stay alive. Goofy Goober needs to take down Tomo, does get the kill, and now it's 6 to 10-star lead. Games are starting to go a little bit fast in this match, but Goofy Goober just needs to stay alive and get a hypercharge working. Sidekick knows that there's a gray in the middle, so he could probably get his super off of him. It actually does get a beautiful super out of it, and now Sidekick looking for another post. Breadstick gets a really, really aggressive play, and Sidekick goes for a double super. Actually might get Goofy Goober again, and Goofy Goober needs to be careful. Can't really die to Sidekick because he's actually getting too much value, and Tomo is going to look to get an aggressive play onto Breadstick, and that's going to be a 17-star lead. Looking in favors of SSJ. They're playing this so well, and it is not looking good right now for Team 7. Can Breastake close this one out? Sidekick goes for another super play. Gets so much value out of it. And now has a super to work with. Tomo, oh, what a beautiful Augusta shot. And now Goofy Goober tries to go for an aggro play, but has to play carefully. Cannot die to Tomo. Breastake just trying to stay alive. It's going to waste super, but now it's a 19-star lead to 12 lead. If anybody dies, it's basically game over. And here comes Sidekick. Goes for a play, tries to go for a double super play, but doesn't really get anything out of it. But I don't think it's going to be enough time, as SSJ probably will be taking this round, as they will be taking the second set. And the game number 3 goes in favor of SSJ. Set number 3 going into Super Saiyan Jams, and now they're starting to shake things up. And looking at the MVP is definitely going to be Goofy Goober for this round, but Sidekick is going crazy on the train. Breastake having an unfortunate 1-5 game. Not looking so good right now in favor of Team 7. But they're going to have to make something happen this next round. Because right now, Super Saiyan Jams are looking to close out this tournament with a 3-0. As we now get started with our next round, it's going to be Gem Grab Undermine for our set 4. Well, not set 4. I meant to say set 3 of Gem Grab Undermine. Looking at the draft, it's going to be a Mortis, Carl, and a what is that? Oh, a Cordelius versus a Tara, Sirius, and a Ruffs. So, looking at the comp overall, I think, you know, Goofy Goober, you know, I think Team 7 really have a pretty decent comp. I mean, if they just take down that Sirius a lot of times, it should be pretty good. Sidekick is a bit of a problem on that Tara, but also the Ruffs could also do some incredible damage. Breastake looking to find Tomo, but beautiful sandbags coming from Tomo. That's actually going to keep him alive. Breastake doesn't even know, but Tomo's not able to get anything out of it. Goofy Goober gets a beautiful tag overall, and Koi is going to run away with those 7 gems. And now this is a better start coming in from Team 7. Gonna have to play this game a bit slow. Now Goofy Goober could do some crazy damage on the Mortis. And here he goes for a play. Tries to catch Bob, but does get shut down. Koi has to be careful because they got a Mortis clones that could just dash in there and get some incredible damage. But it is not able to get anything out of it. Goofy Goober needs to stay alive, wants to find Tomo off guard, but no, bots Bob right there. Bob actually shuts him down, and Tomo has to be careful because Breastake is going to get aggressive, and if he gets aggressive, he's going to do some crazy damage. Oh, a missed blunder from Breastake here, and you know, Koi has to stay alive overall. It needs to play for the survival. It does get shut down, unfortunately. Breastake goes for the round with the sidekick. He could close out the game. Tomo is able to run away with it. That might be dangerous, but Koi is able to catch Tomo off guard. Can he get it? A nice teamwork coming in from Breastake is going to slow the game down, but the gems are going to be in favor of Team 7, but they have to be careful. Goofy Goober goes for the hypercharge play, tries to get value out of it, but is not able to get anything too much out of it. Is able to get away with some couple of gems, but now the gems are going to be in favor of Super Saiyan Gems, and now this is starting to be a countdown coming in from Super Saiyan Jams as they robbed Team 7. But Goofy Goober is able to close that one out, does get a kill, and Sidekick is alone. But they still need one more gem in order to tie this one up. Sidekick needs to get a gem immediately. Koi is going to use the Carl gadget, tries to go for a play, does shut down one down, and Breastake trying to stay alive, wants to find some value, and this is going to be a bit of a dangerous game coming in from Team 7. And because right now it's 11 gems on both sides, and now Tara has the super. He could make a play. He's gonna catch Breastake off guard. Does get a huge kill. Goofy Goober goes for a nice gadget. Now he's gonna be able to get away with it. Just robs the gems from Tara. But you have to be careful because the Sirius needs to die immediately. Bob just trying to stay alive, wants to find anything out of it. He's not able to get too much out of it. Koi is gonna pick up the gems. Dodges everything. A beautiful dodge coming from Koi, but can he stay alive? And he does get shut down, and the gems are gonna be reset down to the ground. Sirius and the Tara are the only ones alive. Goofy Goober just trying to get some value, needs to find something out of it. He is able to get aggressive, but Koi is able to get a perfect defense, does take down the Sirius, and now this is all the gems be in favor of Team 7. Can Sidekick close this one out? I don't think it's going to be enough, and that's going to be the first game going in from Team 7. As they will be taking the first round, but they need to get another round in order to get another set. Starting to look a little dangerous overall. Coming in from Super Saiyan Jams, because they could close this out very easily. Bob is gonna try to contest against the Cord, and Tara is gonna contest against Goofy Goober, and that's not gonna be a good game coming in from Goofy Goober. And a beautiful kill from Koi Koi. Now Breaststick is gonna get aggressive onto Bob, does get a nice kill. Now the games are gonna play it a little bit slow overall, and Goofy Goober finding some openings, have to play extremely careful. And, you know, wants to get the super chain. That's exactly what he wants. Goes for a beautiful kill from Goofy Goober. And now Sidekick is trying to contest against Breadstick. And a beautiful trade from Breadstick. And that's going to give Team 7 a little bit of a lead now. And this is going to be a dangerous game coming in from Super Saiyan Jams. And Goofy Goober is playing out of his mind. Get a beautiful kill. As the Sidekick has a super to work with. Is going to choose it onto Breadstick. But he's able to get the kill. Now Koi Koi just needs one more gem. But now Super Saiyan Jams is starting to hold up a little bit of the control in the middle, but needs to get that gem immediately. Breadstick has the super, is going to use it on Bob. And now they need one more gem from Team 7. They need this immediately. But Koi is not able to get too much out of it because he has to play this a bit slow. And Tomo just gets the last shot and just stays alive. Goofy Goober just trying to stay alive, and a beautiful super and goes for the gadget, but is not able to get the kill though. But the next gem is picked up by Breadstick. And now this is going to be a little bit better. Breadstick gets over aggressive, and now he's going to use the realm. Doesn't really get too much out of it. Just wastes the hypercharge. Goofy Goober goes for the aggressive play. Now he picks up the 9th gem. But now Koi Koi picks up the 10th gem. And now this is going to be dangerous from Super Saiyan Jams. Koi Koi just needs to stay alive. Almost got caught by the round, but Tomo needs to hit some shots, but doesn't get anything out of it. And now Team 7 come back in this round, and they will be taking the second game. A beautiful game coming in from Team 7 as they now finally get a set in the board. And as we take a look at our MVP and the stats here, Breadstick is going to be the MVP for that match. And it is looking out of his mind. Goofy Goober played a really good game on the Mortis. But yeah, as we now get started with our next round soon between Team 7 and Super Saiyan Jams, going to be our set 4 of Hot Zone. Now, I didn't get the first game recorded, unfortunately, but Super Saiyan Jams did take the first game, so we're going to look at the second game overall. But yeah, alright, as we now get started with our set 4. Alright, with our set 4 of this match, Super Saiyan Jams already took the first round in the first game, and that game was not able to get recorded. But taking a look at the draft, it's going to be a Leon Dynamite, and what was the other brawler? Oh, a Penny going against a Miko, Mortis, and a Lou. Now, the Super Saiyan Jams did take the first game in this set. I mean, it is not looking good right now from Team 7. Sidekick does get, not Sidekick, the Lou does get sneaked up by the Leon, and now Breadstick needs to hold down the middle. And Tomo does have Miko super and can do so much damage. And does get a kill onto Goofy Goober, does take down the gadget. Koi Koi does get a nice sneak up. Breadstick just trying to stay alive, needs to catch the Mortis off guard, but is not able to get anything. And a beautiful sneak up from Koi Koi. And look at that, a beautiful kill from Koi Koi, but now they need to get the control immediately. And I think Tomo should really use his super now. It's going to get caught up. It's actually able to dodge that. And Tomo could really get some good value. And Sidekick is going for aggressive play. Does use the super, and Breadstick is alone by himself. Just gets shut down. And a nice team wipe coming in from Super Saiyan Jams. And they're looking to close this out with a 3-1, but they need to get the aggressive play. A beautiful kill from Sidekick. I mean, Koi Koi does get a nice kill. Breadstick does shut down Tomo. And another Leon sneaker sneak up onto Bob, and no one's able to get that connection. Goofy Goober just trying to stay alive. Sidekick is going crazy in this match. And here comes Tomo with the super. It's going to go for aggressive play. It's going to catch Koi Koi off guard. 73% to 91. And it's looking like a Super Saiyan Jams game and a perfect team wipe. And they're spinning on Team 7. They know the game is over as Super Saiyan Jams will be advancing to the losers finals with a 3-1 victory. And will be sending down Team 7 back home. home, and they will be eliminated in this match, and Koi Koi will be the MVP for this match. But I think Sidekick and Tomo definitely going to be the MVPs for this entire tournament. They've been playing out of their minds in this match. But that's going to wrap up our entire video for today, as our next match is going to be Do versus Do Academy, a banger match between two Does, and the next match after that will be whoever loses that to face off against Super Saiyan Gems. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.